Okay, are we back again? We're back. Yeah, really sorry about this. I have no idea what's happening. Yeah, hopefully the YouTube stream reconnects. If I had nickel for every time Sky's net blipped out, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Yeah, I had a slight issue yesterday with it, but yeah, today it just seems to be not cooperating particularly well. This is not normal in Yakutep, by the way. Usually things are fine. It's really weird as well because it just drops really suddenly. It doesn't give me any warning at all. I'm not really sure what's happening with the YouTube stream. It says it's streaming. I will double check that first before I start going again because I don't trust Restream at all. Yeah, I hate this with YouTube. YouTube does this really annoying thing where if your internet drops, it basically creates like a new live stream, whereas Twitch will just reconnect you. So it is quite annoying. But yeah, I can see you back, Gob, so that's good. I guess we can press on then. But yeah, again, apologies for the internet issues. Yeah, it just makes like an entirely new live stream. Like you could just like reconnect to the existing one. That would help. Okay, well now we can at least get back to things, hopefully, and hopefully it doesn't disconnect again. So now I just need to find the staircase. Okay, so from here... And only finding this staircase is also really annoying. So why is nothing in this dungeon easy to get to? I'm basically tracing the lines on the dungeon, trying to figure out how to get to where I need to be. And every way I'm looking is blocked. I mean, there has to be a way. There has to be. Okay, so if I just walk along the top, does that open any new paths for me? Would that help me in any capacity? I think I can actually. You can see the concentration here. Yeah, Swamp Witch, I am on it's the Dahlia dungeon at the minute. Basically, I got what I needed from here, but then I forgot I didn't have an escape pipe. So I'm having to reverse my steps now. So yeah, if I go all along the top. Yeah, I think I see the way I need to go. I think. So basically, if I follow this all the way along. But yeah, if you're doing this, make sure you got an escapade before you come here. And yeah, just apologies for the stream cutting out as well. It really doesn't help that this dungeon is huge as well. Like, the map is massive for this place. It does just feel like Kara is just weak. Don't know if that's intentional, or maybe she just hasn't fought the right enemies yet. Yes, that takes us to there. So then from here, I think I go as far down as I can go. Or get a fight immediately, that works as well. We're also getting ambushed almost every single fight now as well, which isn't helping. Well, we're in levels again. That's good. Okay, so we got there, then we go across. And then can we just go all the way down? Got ambushed again. It's weird, it kind of feels like they raised the ambush rate at certain parts in this game. I know it's probably just RNG, but it kind of feels that way. Yeah, I think I need to move Kara further back actually, because she's taking a ton of damage. So Ren first, then Chris. Then I'm gonna see Mew can go next. Then Kara, then Laya. You don't understand that mob. Yeah, they are a bit of a mess. I mean, I guess maybe it's meant to look a bit like something like a Chimera. Like just like a mixture of different monsters, but yeah, it is a very weird looking thing. Okay, so we got to the bottom. So then from here, we go across, then up, and then right, and then that should lead us to the stairs, I hope. You missed the main man Tarantul. Honestly, I do kind of miss the mechanic of talking to the enemies. check the closest town that has escape pipes, and you can buy one in town on Iridia or any of the towns in London. Going to a London town might be faster. Okay, so you just don't say anything different. So I guess we go back to the spaceship now. Yeah, we are definitely picking some escape pipes up because we just walk around in a circle. Or maybe not. I like how we don't actually walk on the spaceship, we walk over it because we walk too fast. We do have a whole conga line now, Krabby, yeah. Okay, I don't really like that we have to go in here again, but... Of course, they just had to give us one more fight. Oh, and we got ambushed again, because of course. Maybe this is the part of the game where we just get ambushed every fight. We had the poison arc. You know, maybe this is the ambush arc. I think I've established my thing for PSO now. I'm just naming characters after IDs. Honestly, that is a really, really clever thing to do. Okay, well, let's get our heals. So yeah, that was a lesson in make sure you are prepared before you go to a dungeon. So what does this item shop actually have? I mean, you really just couldn't sell escape pipes? Really? Fine. Okay, I'm curious actually, so where actually do we need to go next? Because we got the flight gear stuff for Ren. So head back to Frigidia via the temple. Prepared. What did I miss? Death. You didn't miss death. What you missed was me going into a very complicated dungeon and forgetting to bring an escape pipe and then having to traverse the entire dungeon in reverse to get back out of it. Thereby wasting everyone's time. I mean, we do have an airstrip right there. Can we not just use that? Also, the airstrips, do they go to specific areas or do you get to choose? I'm going to guess probably specific areas. Let's see. So we are on... I think this was Elysium, wasn't it? Yeah. So Elysium, Overworld. John, I mean, there is an airstrip right there. Let's just try it and see. Cool transformation. Ren transforms into an aerojet. Cool. Oh, we actually get to control it. So this, I guess, is best for getting around the individual map. I mean, that does make things easier. Can I say Batman? Oh, can we not just like land anywhere though? We have to actually land at a landing strip. I'm going to assume there's not one nearby, because that seems to be how this game works. Yeah, we can't just go in there. It's like that anime where the little girls drink from the gas pump and turn into cars. I've seen the gif of that yet. So no, we can't use this. No, basically I'm pressing buttons, I can't land, so I assume you can only land at an airstrip. So is there one nearby we can actually benefit from, or do I need to walk it? It does look like I need to walk it. Fine. Yeah, you transform back around. We'll walk. I tried landing on top of the temple and it didn't do anything. So I assume that you can only go between landing strips. Does the guide actually say anything about this? Yeah, I think there has to be like an airport or like an airstrip to land at. Yeah, I was very excited, Minsk, and that was very quickly quashed. I mean, thankfully it wasn't too far to get to... Yeah, Vintage, there was a couple of airstrips scattered around the map. Whatever just knocked your internet out just knocked my power out, Sky. I'm sorry it's contagious. I think it was just down here anywhere, so it's not a huge deal. Can we get to see these guys again? It's really funny, Nemo, like literally every time these guys show up, like at least once per stream, someone mentions Choaniki. Where have I gone? Why can I not navigate anywhere? It's over here. There's one northeast one from the one you just used. Yeah, from what I can see, there is one at the northeast. It kind of looks like there's some mountains blocking some of them. And we're here now anyway, so it's fine. Okay, so we're back in Frigidia. So now, can I use my cool jet now? Like, if I find an airstrip, is that something I'm allowed to do? So from the temple, walk west a bit past the mountain chain, then south to an airport. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can use the jet to scout a bit, but the issue is that you can't take off without having an airport either. So like here, for example, I can't use the jet because I need an airport to take off from. So we now want a map of Frigidia. Okay, what I'm actually looking for here, so... From the temple, walk west a bit past the mountain chain, and then south. That'll be it then. But we're not allowed to fly because you have to fight these first. Yeah, I've got to say, Kara so far really does not feel that good. It's nice that she hits everything, but she really doesn't do that much damage. Code your own landing strip in the game. Okay, jet time. I mean, you say he transforms. He basically turns around and spreads his arms. I respect it, but he's essentially just turned into Batman. So now we can fly to an island in the lake. The other annoying thing is when you're in the jet, you can't open your menu, so you can't check the monitor map. So I imagine using this back in the day would have been hell. So we need to fly to an island in the middle of the lake. It does kind of look like a squirrel suit, doesn't it? Yeah. I think I know where it means, actually. Yeah, there's an island southwest of here. But we probably want... We should probably get escapades as well in case there's any dungeons. Pretty good music in the Aerojet though. Yeah, I assume Minsley is just carrying the other party members on his back. Okay, so where is... Is there a warp that goes to London or anything? Because that would be nice. Okay, there is one to Iridia. Is there an airport near it though? Probably not. Okay, actually, what I'm going to do... Next dungeon is quite a doozy. Okay, I'm definitely getting extra pipes then. So what I'll do is I'm going to land. Because if I go this way... There is another temple quite nearby that teleports me to South Iridia. So if I go there, I might be able to go to one of the towns in Iridia and then get an escapade from there. So that is the temple that we just went to, so that's Elysium. So I believe it's just further east. Ugh, of course. Why would you let me through there? There is blatantly enough room for me to get through there. This game, I swear. So instead what we have to do is walk around the mountain. I'm wrong, I do like this game, but it can be very, very frustrating at times. So we go this way. Am I allowed to go this way? So the enemies are spamming text now as well. Well, those fire enemies have no health at all. Okay, so if I go this way, and then across here, there should be another temple. I like the creativity behind it, but there are many flaws in execution. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. I mean, some of the stuff they were trying was really interesting. I mean, I think the whole generation system it uses is actually really interesting for a game from, you know, from, what, when did this release? Was it 1990, somewhere around there? You know, that is pretty involved for an RPG from 1990. And then you've got all the tech customization as well, where you can like, balance how your texts work. So there's a lot of kind of cool ideas in the game, but yeah, some of it is very flawed execution, for sure. So I think it's this one, but of course we have another fight. Yeah, Kara will be a bit better when she's got another slicer. I think if she dual wields, she'll be a bit more useful. Just want to make sure this is the right one before I walk to some random part of the map I'm not meant to go to. And that does say South Iridia. Please let me use this. It's a pity that Phantasy Star never blew up as a franchise in comparison with others. Yeah, I mean, obviously PSO was pretty popular. But the classic Phantasy Stars, I genuinely don't know how well they sold. It's one thing I should probably look up at some point in comparison to other similar games. Okay, so we're now in Iridia. So now from here. They definitely wanted to pad this game out though with the amount of teleporting around and backtracking. Okay, so more if we head east to the river and then just follow that. If it'll let us through here. Oh yeah, I think it was definitely rushed for sure. I will say, I mean, I've said it a few times, but I think that considering the game was rushed and wasn't made by the main Phantasy Star team, I think it's a decent game, honestly. But it is, in my estimation anyway, it is so far the weakest of the Phantasy Stars that I've played. I think one thing that does stand up well for this though, I think the story for the most part is better in this. In Phantasy Star 1, you really didn't have a whole lot of story at all. Even in 2, honestly, I mean, 2, you kind of got a bit near the beginning with the Bio Monster Lab, and then really not much else until right near the end of the game. But what was there was good. Actually, it's probably worth saving, actually, just in case one of those dinosaur things shows up here. Since you've already read the message from Liar's Pendant, I can give you some lore from the official Japanese strategy guide and some other writings from the character designer. This stuff won't get mentioned in the game. Yeah, sure. Hi, Even Star, good to see you. It's still weird that we're getting, like, start of the game enemies as well. Like, those guys on the right we literally fought in Gen 1. Yeah, joking, mate. I mean, that is pretty much the story of Phantasy Star 1. Yeah. Bro dead, King evil, save world. Okay, then we just follow the river, I think. I do wonder as well, since we've now, spoke to Lyra and everything, I wonder if we can talk to Mion. I mean, surely we have to talk to her at some point. I just realised that the blue ones, those guys are called Primus, and those ones are called Secundus. I'm going to assume there's another one that references the number 3 at some point. Tertius, maybe it is, yeah. Okay, so let's just get healed up. Right, hopefully this place sells escapipes. For the love of God, please sell escapipes. Oh, thank God. The liar that's in your party is actually the daughter of the original liar in Arachio. The old liar calls her sister because she had to recover from injuries and cryosleep and was at a similar age, physically. Oh, okay. It's kind of funny that's just left out the game. I guess there was only so much they could put in it, but... yeah, let's actually buy a couple of escapipes just so I'd never run into that situation I was in before. I'll buy one more. Okay, so now we need to go back to Frigidia. Now, is there a way of cheesing this? Can I fly to the near temple or anything? Let's see. So we have an airport right next to Hazatak. Is there any other airports nearby? Wait, what? So I'm looking at the Iridium map. And unless I'm missing it, I can only see one airport, which is the one at Hazatak. Well, that's just weird. I made sure. So basically, we just need to head southwest again. I mean, I'm going to try this again because it seems odd that there would only be one place to transform. Yeah, so you can't interact with anything. So it must just be landing strips that you can land at. So I'm going to scout around then, because there must be, surely, another landing spot somewhere. Because why would they only have one? Unless they just put it there so you can scout around the map. The desert airport looks shocked. It's just very weird. Like, I just don't know why you wouldn't have another one. There's that tower there. Yeah, there really isn't another one. That's so weird. Well, first of all, before we go to Frigidia, let's see if we can talk to Mion. Where is Arachio? It's been 1,000 years, but I'd know his black sword anywhere. At some point in the game, you are going to have something to say. I've been waiting 3 generations, Mion. That's the only thing I think of even start, yeah, maybe it's just so you can like scout around the area faster. So I've been ambushed, so I'm assuming you're going to poison me. Yeah. Oh, 2 poisons, nice. The reason the original liar had to recover in cryosleep is that she nearly died giving birth to a daughter. They had to put off the fight in Stark Falls until she recovered. Okay. When she was finally ready, the daughter went into cryosleep while Lyra and Arakia went to their final battle. Okay, do we try for an anti? I mean... it failed. But she got rid of it on herself, so... there we go. Yeah, it's just a bit of a weird decision to only have one airport to land at. Even the other maps, honestly, don't really have that many. There's like maybe 2 or 3 airports on most of the maps. So it does feel very limiting where you can actually fly to. I guess maybe it's to balance the flying so it's not too overpowered. I will say Liar's techs are getting very strong. So I'm pretty sure it was over here I need to go. There's always one more fight just before I get in. Well, at least we got rid of the poison guys. So that should bring us back to Frigidia. Okay. So much warping around in this playthrough, I swear. Okay, so from here... I know we need to go to the airport first, but is it worth us stocking up on TP? I feel like we're gonna go into a dungeon. We've got a fair bit of TP left. We might be alright for now. I guess we can always fly back if we do need to. I'm pretty sure it was just over here. So I think we're now just looking for the airport, I think, so yeah, we just head west and then I believe we just head south from that, I think. Wait, we have to go around this mountain range because reasons. It does really feel like I should be able to fit between the two mountain ranges, but game says no. You see that? This gap here. That looks like you should be able to go through, but I bet I can't, so I'm not going to try. So we'll go this way. It's interesting to hear all about the other little bits of lore with the story, particularly bits that aren't included in the game. I guess it's like a limitation of the games from the time, you know, there's probably only so much that could fit in. And then maybe some of that was also lost in translation as well, so... Okay, we can actually fly somewhere now. It's the most, like, anticlimactic flight ever because that's it. It's really finicky trying to land as well. There's, like, one specific part of the tile you can land on. Okay, new town. Which, unsurprisingly, looks exactly the same as every other town. So we can check the shops while we're here. I think we're okay for everything, honestly. Liar's General Loon, Kara's father is mentioned to be a descendant of Lutz. Oh, okay. While Arakio is a descendant of Parman nobility. Liar's ancestry is mentioned to be a complete mystery. That's interesting. Liar is just mentioned to have just appeared on Alistair 3 one day. Okay. Where pizza music? Yeah, I did miss that from Phantasy Star 1. We have some very ominous looking guys here. I get the impression they want me to talk to these guys. Well, first, is there any gear I need to buy while I'm here? Okay, so it recommends buying Kara a planar slicer. Lol, guys, I'm for it. How much is a planar slicer? Oh my god. Oh, there's the Pulse Vulcan. So that's the gun we've been waiting for Ren. So I thought I had a lot of money. Jeez. The Phantasy Star 1 town theme reminds me of the Gen 1 Pokemon Surf theme. Yeah, I can kind of hear that actually, yeah. I played a lot of Pokemon Gen 1, so I know what you mean. It's interesting that they recommend getting the Planar Slicer and not the Pulse Vulcan. Is there a reason for that? Because the Pulse Vulcan seems like it's good. Unless one drops in a chest or something, maybe. Yeah, it still recommends the Pulse Cannon, which is weird. I guess maybe in this they're wanting Kara to be the one that focuses on groups, maybe? Well, we can buy the slicer for now. I guess you can also dual wield as well, so maybe that's why. Use one of those and then one Loon Slicer. Okay, yeah, that is the only thing it lets me, well, recommends that I buy, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's quite a lot of attack. I'm also aware she still hasn't leveled. So she's obviously one that levels very slowly. The other lion families are mentioned to be related to both Espers and Palmer nobility. Okay. Alright, let's talk to these guys over here. Oh, actual law. We are the keepers of our people's history. For 1,000 years we have kept the past alive. Listen well and you will hear of our plight. Also, that auto-scrolls. So I know that was fast, but it auto-scrolls. I will try and keep up with it. We're the descendants of the people of Palm, a planet that once circled the distant star Algor. Palm was destroyed by an evil being that haunts us every 1,000 years, bringing death and ruin. This evil incarnate is known as Dark Force. The people of Palm were thinkers and creators. They knew of the plans made by the evil being. When the vile Dark Force stirred 1,000 years ago, preparations were made to escape from Palm. 1,000 years mentioned again. I like how each of these is like, hey, you know, I'll tell you this bit of story once you've spoken to the guy before me. We've all got an order here. Our ancestors built a fleet of 400 spaceships. Which are all colonies, I'm guessing. Oh no. This armada escaped the destruction of Palm and set off into space to find a new homeland. Our ancestors thought they'd at last escaped from the clutches of the undying master of evil. But Dark Force managed to slip aboard a ship. It destroyed all but one of our sister ships, before Arakio and Laia trapped it on Alistair III. Now there are only 2 ships left of our fleet. Our ship, the Alistair III, and the Neo Palm. The others here can tell you much about our past. Yeah, I've figured that. Do I really have to walk round this way to talk to the last one? The people of New Mortar keep our past alive. Oh, cool. So this is called New Mortar. Man, it is kind of similar to PSO, isn't it, in the Pioneer Project? Kind of. Well, I guess PSO is similar to this. Oh. Okay, so I guess that is like the lore dump that confirms that this is linked to Phantasy Star II. Profound Darkness realised that 1,000 years timer. It's just waiting with a watch, like, it's almost time. Phantasy Star really likes extinction events where almost everyone nearly dies. I heard even PSO2 is somewhat similar. Yeah, I mean, you know, Dark Force in pretty much every Phantasy Star is responsible for massive calamities, so yeah, it's like a running thing with the series, really. I was going to say I wonder how Dark Force snuck onto the ships, but let's be real, it was probably in a box. Okay, so we need to rest up and then go somewhere just north of Mistalk, apparently. Japanese version says 2,000 years because Phantasy Star 3 takes place 2,000 years after Phantasy Star 2 and 1,000 years after Phantasy Star 4. It's so weird, isn't it, when you've got one entry in the series that takes place after a later entry. I mean, I guess PSO does that as well, to be fair. And again, it's the third game that does it. Because episode 3 Card Revolution takes place, I think it's 21 years after the other episodes. I don't know why they like doing that, but... Palm was already blown up in the end of 2 and it's not there in 4. I mean, that makes sense, yeah, so obviously 4 is after 2. Yeah, I guess so, Nyakata. It sounds like 1, 2, 4, 3 is the order. "2,000 years mentioned." The Light Arakio War 1,000 years before this game takes place during the events of Phantasy Star 4. Okay. But obviously in a completely different system. PSO clearly ripped off this game. To be fair, so did NGS as well. It does scare me that it's saying stock up on trimates. Like, are we going to be fighting some actually hard? I don't think it's Dark Force time yet because there's another whole section to the guide yet. Surely don't fight it already. Okay, so we need to fly to a floating building north of Mistoke, apparently. So Mistoke is, I believe, that one. I'm assuming it's that missing no thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I called that missing no when I first saw it. New music. Okay, so this is manned by a lot of robots. Okay, so I guess we just talk to people here, I guess. Is that just the way out? Okay. I love we get the animation every single time. We welcome you to the castle of Skyhaven. My masters have waited centuries for you. Would it be 1,000 years? Okay, well, we can't go anywhere there. It'll be up here. Seems to be the only way we can go, so I'm assuming it's this way. But it seems like there's no fight. Okay, we've got more people standing in a line. We're going to get more lore dump here. The ultimate evil dwells on a floating city in the barren wastelands of the dome named Terminus. I thought they said the Dark Force was in a temple under the sea. So is it implying here that it's escaped from that temple? Because I'm sure at the start of the game they tell you that Dark Force is in a temple underneath the sea. In the Japanese version, one of the guys in New Malta talk about two people named Mahario and Aina. Aina? They fought Dark Falls 2,000 years ago on Parma and lost. That's really funny as an NGS player that there's an Aina. In books it says Ren here has modified his body to be more feminine for combat flexibility purposes. The character designer also said that a Ren marriage route was once planned. They were really going wild with this game, weren't they, really? A word of ultimate power has been lost for ages. This name can empower the weapons of legend. The ancient heroes used the legendary weapons. Wait. These are Arakio's sword, Mjolnir's claw, Siren's shot, Liar's bow, and Loon's slicer. Well, I've already got two of those. Can you imagine marrying Ren? I'd marry Ren. Okay, so which ones do we still need? So we need Arakio's sword, Mjolnir's claw. They mentioned Mjolnir, so does that mean we actually talk to Mjolnir? Yeah, so it's just Arakio's sword, Mjolnir's claw, and Siren's shot. To discover the lost name, you must first find all 5 weapons of Ancient Legend. This really smacks of the Nate weapon part of Phantasy Star II, where you have to collect loads of weapons. The name of power can be learned on Sage Isle in Draconia, the world of Old Seal and Chisoran. Our dungeon holds the aqua parts for Ren. These will enable you to wrest Arakio's sword from its watery tomb to visit Sage Isle. Oh, I wonder if the watery tomb is that place it showed you at the start. Yeah, that is a really good point, the architect. Yeah, I have no idea. That's very weird, actually, come to think of it, if 3 is after 4. Yeah, I genuinely don't know. Okay, I get it. So I need to find those weapons. So basically it was... So you get the weapons first. And they need a word of power to empower the weapons, apparently. Yeah, I guess so, Drac. Yeah, that does make sense, actually. I suppose it did say the Dark Force got into the ship, so when the ships left, it took Dark Force with them. This is Sega telling us this isn't canon. I'll say Jazz on Aquatica, okay. Oh no. This dungeon is pretty complicated and tough. Well, let's just see, how big is this dungeon? Is this something I want to be doing now right at the end of the stream? So, Skyhaven Dungeon. It doesn't look particularly nice. I also don't like that the dungeon is full of things like moon dews, because that means I'm probably going to need them soon. Okay, so where do I even enter this at? Is it right in the center? Okay, so yeah, so I want the aqua parts. So what is the best way to get to them? This dungeon is complicated. How many times have you said that through this game? Quite a few. I will say though, I think for the most part, dungeons haven't been as bad as 1 or 2. It just feels like these, particularly these later dungeons, the problem is that a lot of them have these broken tiles that block you from going across them. So there tends to be like one specific route you have to take. Also says that Haruo and Aina were responsible for freeing the escape ship's control systems from Mother Brain, allowing them to escape Parma. Okay. Yeah, the ones in Phantasy Star II were terrible. They were so bad. Yeah, I used a guide for that even star because without a guide I would have been hopeless in that dungeon. I still think Biome Lair from 1 is probably the worst. If you don't use a guide for it, because there is a lot of like backtracking and going further into the dungeon. Kind of, it doesn't feel right. You basically go further, deeper into the dungeon to get out the dungeon. That's so bad, Richard. Okay, so from here, what is the best way to get to these parts? I mean, there kind of isn't one, to be real. Yeah, honestly, if the last dungeon looked complicated, this one is just awful. To the point where I genuinely don't know if I can do this in like 10 minutes because, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm basically going to need to have like a guide open all the way through this. Basically, what I'll do is I will link you the dungeon for this just so you can see how bad this is. Essentially, the whole dungeon is like, it's like repeated squares, but each square has like one tile that's broken in a different place. Yes, that is the dungeon map for this place, if you're interested. It's like, it looks simple, and then you realise that you get so far across and then your path's just blocked. So you have to take a massive diversion halfway through. I'm also just a bit conscious about the internet as well, and I don't want to cut off half of the dungeon, so I may leave this for next stream. This dungeon is just for the aqua parts anyway, so there's no lore connected to this bit. Yeah, that's kind of how I've been doing it, Drac, basically looking at where the chest is and then trying to backtrack from it. But you see what I mean? How it's basically the same pattern repeated over and over again, but then each loop of the pattern has the broken tiles in different places. So yeah, it's quite a nasty one. People complain about Phantasy Star II dungeons. So yeah, we'll see about that. I think. How's our party looking anyway? We good? Yeah, we're fine. Is this inspired Squid Game? Maybe. Yeah, I think I'll end that one there for today. I think we'll do this dungeon next time when I've got, you know, a fresh mind and I can concentrate for more than 2 minutes. Yeah, there will be another stream on Sunday. I still haven't decided what I'm playing yet. It's either going to be PSO or maybe Phantasy Star 0. I need to do F3 at some point again as well, but I know there's only a few people to play that, so I'm more inclined to do 0 or PSO. I think it'll be DAR week on PSO. I'm kind of tempted to go with 0 though, because 0 is really fun to stream. The whole dungeon map hurts my eyes. It's so bad. I mean, thank you to Hughes Johnson for having that site with all the maps. It is a massive help. This place is also one of the better places to grind if you need more cash for gear. Okay. Zero does have Squidward as well, yeah. So that, you know, that's 1 point for 0. It will depend a lot on what the RBR is as well, I guess. But I kind of want to decide the stream before Sunday if I can. So, I mean, if it ends up being a good RBR week, we could also do a bit of 0 and then a bit of PSO. You know, we can always mix things up as well if we need to. But yeah, I will end up there for today before I rant on for too much longer. So I hope you've enjoyed Phantasy Star 3 so far. Again, apologies for the internet cutouts earlier. We'll be picking this back up on next Wednesday, so we'll try and get through this dungeon then. And hopefully try and get most of this generation done. I don't know how much is left, but I feel like we're on the closing stretch of the game now. Yeah, as always, if you enjoyed the stream, please consider the usual, like and subscribe and join as a member if you want to. You can follow us up on X and Bluesky and on Twitch as well. Also join the Discord, which should be in the link under the video, so feel free to join us over there. And again, thank you for the gift subs earlier as well, much appreciated. Yeah, whatever you're doing, have a good week, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Not Wednesday, Sunday. It's Wednesday today. Told you, my head is fried. See you on Sunday.